Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Think back to December 31st, 2019. If you kept a journal, what did you write in it that day? What things were you looking forward to in the new year? Little did you know, half a world away, the first report of a cluster of cases of pneumonia were coming out in Wuhan, China, which became the start of the COVID pandemic that would affect the whole world. Little did our innocent 2019 selves know what the next year or so would bring. I read somewhere that King George III wrote in his diary on July 4th, 1776, "Nothing of importance happened today." It turns out that's not true. I looked it up. But little did he know that his world was about to change as his colonies had just declared their independence. But fact is stranger than fiction. King Louis XVI of France, on July 14th, 1789, wrote one word in his diary, "nothing," referring to his unsuccessful hunting trip. Little did he know, that day, the people of France had stormed the Bastille, an act that began the French Revolution, in which Louis and his wife lost their heads. He had no clue what was in his future, just like we don't know what this next year will bring. Fear of the unknown could make us anxious and uncertain. But doesn't it make you feel more confident and secure to know that God does know every detail of 2026 already? And He's in complete control of it all. In fact, many things that will come up have already begun, whether or not we know it. 2020 events centered around a sickness found on December 31st, 2019, even though we had no idea that that was already happening. A friend of mine found out that she had a brain tumor the size of a grapefruit a few years ago. The doctor told her that it had been growing for 10 years. My friend figured up that 10 years before was when God had led her to begin to seriously study His Word, so that 10 years later, she would have the strength of faith that she needed to face the complications of this new life change. God orchestrates things in our lives that have roots that have begun growing for possibly decades. We never know what God's been doing behind the scenes to bring certain things about. We may see connections that He's been making for years to connect dots in our lives, and we may not. But in heaven, we'll see how the ginormous dot-to-dot of our lives interconnect with others' dot-to-dot life, and we'll be eternally amazed. In Numbers 26, as Moses and the children of Israel met God at Mount Sinai, during a time of change, the Lord gave Moses a blessing that Aaron could speak into the lives of the people. It's such a beautiful blessing that I'd like to speak it over your life today as a prayer for your new year. I don't know what our loving Father has for you this year, but I want to pray for you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up His countenance on you and give you peace. May you see God's hand working in and through you this year, that He would use you in His kingdom and for His glory. Amen.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.